Dan saya pasti without Sabah there will be no Malaysia.
Hello and good afternoon. I'm Mohana for BBTV, and here is today's big update. Without Sabah, there will be no Malaysia. These were the strong words uttered in Parliament by Sepanggan Member of Parliament Muhammad Aziz Jaman, former Deputy Home Affairs Minister who took the Government and Finance Minister to task in his debate speech on Budget 2022. Aziz had mentioned Putrajaya is worse than the British colonizers, referring to the latter reaping the country's national resources prior to independence, but the former went a step above the British also to tap on the talent pool that gets local workers relocated to different parts of the country, which results in Sabah being underdeveloped for many years due to the actions and exercises of the federal government. The Warisan MP mentioned how Sabah's development funds have remained unchanged and even lessened in the last 2 years. And with 5 billion ringgit that was allocated, only 40% was utilized. Aziz went on record to give an example of how only 91 million was spent on the electricity for Sabah last year, although the allocations were in the north of 216 million. A quarter of 494 million ringgit spent on roads and bridges, and the records show that only 6.7 million of the 350 million allocations for water was utilized. This begs the question as to where are the unused allocations or funds for the state have gone to. Aziz had earlier mentioned that Putrajaya was very well aware of funds being misallocated for years and years, while suggesting it is high time that the state is allowed to manage its own funds, implying that the Finance Ministry has misled the nation when it said Sabah and Sarawak have been given a 20% allocation of the 75 billion ringgit development budget, when the actual amount was 5.2 billion ringgit and 4.6 billion ringgit respectively for Sabah and Sarawak. This led to Aziz Jaman sending out a stern warning to the government of the day while putting it on record of the convoys that are being organized in the Borneo states, urging leaders to pull out of Malaysia.
Dan saya pasti without Sabah there will be no Malaysia. Dan jika tidak disetujui sekarang, Datuk Yang Dipertua, jika suami isteri pun boleh bercerai, demikian juga Sabah dengan semenanjung Malaysia. Jika Singapura boleh berdiri di atas kaki mereka sendiri, malah di antara negeri yang kaya di rantau ini, jika Brunei boleh berdiri atas kaki mereka walaupun mereka hanya sekecil-kecil negara, Sabah yakin dengan sumber yang ada, Sabah juga boleh berdiri di atas kakinya sendiri. Datuk Yang Dipertua, last sekali, suara-suara mendesak keluar Malaysia ini semakin lantang didengar di Sabah. Di Sarawak juga kita sudah dengar. Malah baru-baru ini saya lihat capaian YouTube, ada konvoi Sarawak keluar Malaysia dilakukan di Sarawak. Jangan pandang mudah perkara ini, Datuk Yang Dipertua. Kalau Putrajaya terus-terusan menganaktirikan Sabah dan Sarawak, jangan salahkan kami jika gerakan memerdekakan Sabah daripada penjajahan Putrajaya semakin lantang kedengaran. Kami bermula daripada United Nations. Kami juga boleh mengakhiri perjuangan kami tentang MA63 ini dengan United Nations.
Aziz is just the second member of Parliament to raise the secession issue in Parliament after Deputy Chief Minister of Sabah had on Monday said 60% of East Malaysians are urging the leaders to pull out of Malaysia. And that was the big update for me for today. Don't forget to like, follow, share and subscribe to our social media pages, and most importantly, the bigbluetv.com portal. I'm Mohana for BBTV. You have a great day ahead.